now that I'm actually on my normal computer, I can actually enjoy music. Or podcasts.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning into today. Welcome to the What Do You Mean cast. We here, we live, we're back again. Same time, every week. I'm Phoenix Rising. Everybody else want to say hey?
Oh, I can come. I'm Professor Toaster.
And I am RamenCipher.
Thank you guys for joining us today. If you want to give us a follow, keep up to date on anything going on with the cast, any fun things we find on the internet, everything like that. Going over to Twitter, follow us at What Do You Mean C3. Same for the Instagram, and our YouTube is the official What Do You Mean podcast on YouTube. We upload all of our things there every week. So if you miss out on anything, you don't want to check out the VOD here on Twitch, you can go right on over to YouTube and look at it there. All of our episodes, all 3 episodes should be uploaded at this point. Go check them out. We've had a lot of fun discussions in the past, much like we're going to have today. Starting things off, boys, how you been?
Good. Oh, Josh, run the bot.
Run the bot. And I didn't have time this week to set it up. I'm sorry.
Oh, sad face.
I didn't even know we were having a bot. That's pretty sick, though.
Yeah, no, didn't have time to set it up.
Robots.
Yeah, robots. But I didn't have time to set up this week. I was training at work most of the week with a new person, so I was in and out of
Damn, work training.
So yeah, I'm going to be doing the same thing this week. So
crazy, bro.
We're fully into the new year, fully into January. It's snowing here in Texas, in case anyone wants to know.
It just started.
Yeah, it's snowing here. So it's super fun. It's not something we usually get down here in Texas, is snow. Nothing's going to stick. It's not going to be like, where I came from.
It's not going to be, it's not going to be funny.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun snow, but there'll still be snow. It's fun to look outside your window and see, oh, wow, there's actual flakes falling. It's crazy. So, today's topic, what we're going to discuss and everything, is kind of, as I kind of dubbed it in like our little pre-cast meeting, our gaming origin story for each of us, and kind of what shaped our likes, our dislikes, what we kind of started off doing, how we've evolved, how
just ignore me. I have cats letting.
Dude, you're good. No worries. How we view the games that we played in the past, if we still hold them up, or we if it's just looking at it through like nostalgia goggles and things like that.
Or if you replayed any old games and noticed that they're not that great.
Not that great. Oh man, do I have a story about that? I can't wait to tell that one. That one definitely something hit home with me when I was doing that the other week. Dad, your cats are going crazy back there. Dude.
I know. They're just hyper right now. It looks like it's aggressive, but they play like, oh. They play like that all the time. You just pull the whole pillow off of it.
That's awesome. So let's just jump right into it. For me, I grew up in a house that constantly kind of had video games in it. My house was not a house that didn't have some form of console. And I don't know if that was more because I was the one having it in there, but I do remember growing up when I was younger, in like first, second, even like kindergarten, we had an NES. We never got the Super NES. We had an NES, and my dad would play like Tecmo Bowl with me, RBI Baseball, and one of the most underrated hockey games on the NES, in my opinion, if you've never heard of it, called Blades of Steel. Blades of Steel was a one hell of a cool NES game. One hell of a cool sports hockey game. And then the other thing that really kind of molded my really liking to play games was the Adventure Island series, Adventure Island 1 and Adventure Island 2. They came out on the NES. If you guys have not heard of those games are actually pretty incredible. And to this day, I actually played it on an emulator not too long ago, and they hold up. They're really fun to play. And that's kind of how I like started in gaming. Is that was like my childhood. Always had we had the NES around. Both my grandparents, my mom's mom had an NES at her house as well, and she had this Mickey Mouse game that was really fun to play. She was the one that had Duck Hunt. We never had Duck Hunt at our house, so I would go there and play with the light gun and everything. It does. And then my other grandmother had an SNES. So she had like Super Mario All Stars. So I'd go over there and play Mario's 1, 2, 3, Super Mario World on the SNES. She also had something, and we'll get to it, that kind of really shaped me, but we'll get to it. Whoever wants to go next can talk about kind of like where they started, and we'll just kind of do it like that format.
Russ, you can go.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Sounds so ready.
I'm so ready.
Unless he's not ready. I mean, I can go if you're not ready, if you're still thinking about it.
I mean, I had my first deal was like NES, kind of like Josh, but unlike Josh, it wasn't because I was in a gaming household or anything. I got like the NES when like the Super NES came out and shit.
Yeah, like the previous things.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And it wasn't because I asked for it. It was because my mom went to the whatever store and was like, I want the Mario machine. My kids. So I had Mario
machine.
So it came with like Mario, the dual cartridge with Mario and Duck Hunt on it.
Yeah, that's what my grandma had. Yeah, so I know that cartridge. Yeah.
So that was the only game I ever had on it. And like every friggin' day after school with my sister, we'd come home. My mom would be like, "Yeah, well, you want to play it? You got to do all the homework." So we fucking sprint through the homework real quick and then just fire that bitch up. And then it was great.
The Mario machine.
The Mario machine, bro.
And now you have a Cyberpunk machine.
And now I have a Cyberpunk machine.
So nothing's really changed from buying consoles for a specific game.
Like, this is the game. Nothing else matters.
Nothing else gets played on this.
Well, like, Like I went from that to like I'd never had an N64 or any of that shit. I went from that straight to a freaking GameCube, and my mind was just blown. Um, in between that, I had like a Game Boy, and I think the most played game I ever played as a child was probably The Legend of Zelda. I don't know if
On NES or like
on Game Boy.
on Game Boy. Oh yeah, okay, I
Yeah.
know what one you're talking about then. Yeah.
The Oracle of Seasons and the One of Ages and all that
Seasons
shit.
and Ages was such a cool thing to me as a kid, like
Like I
because
played
I know
the fuck out of those games.
it's like well because like Pokemon did it, like where you have both games to get like a complete dex and things like that.
Oh, it
But
did like 2
Seasons and
versions.
Ages, I'll take that. Thank you. But Seasons and Ages did a real cool thing where to get the true ending of the game, you had to like progress in both games, and then like there comes like a time where like both games come together, which is really sick. Like I really enjoyed that
really.
Oh,
mechanic.
that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
If you can find some emulations of Seasons and Ages, or just like go to like a retro
I'm
store
sure I can.
and find like a Game Boy Color or something like that. Like Seasons and Ages, like now that Russ brought it up, like it's hitting hard. Seasons and Ages was like I would say like I played Link to the Past, I played the Zelda on the NES, but man, Seasons and Ages were something special. Those were some really cool Zelda games.
They were pretty fucking tight.
Yeah.
Like that shit, and then I got the Game Boy Advance, and then I got the Minish Cap. Oh man, fuck me, the Minish Cap, bro.
I never played Minish Cap.
I played the dog shit out of Minish Cap, bro.
I've heard again never heard bad things. I just never played Minish Cap. I was not much like through my formative years. I was not much of a Nintendo guy, because once I'll tell more about it after Charl gets done. And
well, at that time, I didn't know anything else.
Fair enough.
But then what came out was the former big chungus of game systems, fucking the Xbox.
Xbox.
OG.
oh, the thick boy, the old thick boy.
And at that time, what fucking blew my mind was
Blood Gulch me
Halo,
1v1.
Halo.
I think that was a big turning point for a lot of people.
Halo, bro.
Was Halo,
That was-
especially because you guys are both about 6 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
And
Old man.
yeah, I know I'm a grandpa. And that Halo hit hard with amongst my friends and everything, but around that time I was a Sony kid. So I had my PS1, my PS2, things like that. After my NES, I got a Genesis in the house. So I had an eclectic mix throughout all the times. I played like fucking Echo the Dolphin and Columns, the Sonic games. I remember one year for Christmas, my parents got me Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3, like in a pack. So because you remember you could stack. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. Sonic and Knuckles came with like you flip it open and you could put Sonic 3 on top of it, and it would unlock Knuckles
That's cool.
in Sonic 3, and like have different levels and shit like that, which is really cool. And
Yeah, I never played Sonic as a kid.
I mean, I don't know what made me switch from like NES to Sega, and then from there, literally my next console I had after my Genesis was a OG PS1. I never got an N64. I was really jealous of all my friends that had an N64 because I'd watch things like Super Mario 64 and Donkey Kong 64 and like Smash and all these games and then of course Ocarina and Majora's Mask. And
Bro, I didn't even know Smash existed until I was like in high school.
like I was so jealous because those games were like so up my alley. But Halo for me hit home when 3 came out, and I was in college. It was my freshman year of college when 3 came out, and that's when Halo really took off for me. So, Char, we're kind of dominating here. What's your kind of origin story? Then we can get talking about other stuff.
So letting you guys do your thing. I I didn't have like a game console at home. I played game console at my grandparents' house when I was younger. Um, they had my uncle had a Sega Genesis, and I only played Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Just literally a game where you play as Michael Jackson and you save children.
It's the perfect Michael
That
Jackson
game was awesome. It's a
Sounds like
perfect
the
Michael
life of
Jackson
Michael
game.
Jackson.
And Sonic. It wasn't even Sonic and Knuckles. It was just like a Sonic game, standard.
Probably OG Sonic, like legit, just regular Sonic, or Sonic
Yeah, and then we came to this, and then I played like say I played PC games. My parents like used to play Age of Empires against each other, and I just sit and watch that. When I got older, I used cheat codes to play Age of Empires. You know, like using Big Daddy, Big Mama. Like those are like the cheat codes to get the cars with rocket launchers on them.
Wasn't there was some other
Square Trooper.
or like
The fucking Rocket Monkeys, bro.
Rocket Monkeys, no.
wasn't AO didn't AOE have like cheesesteak jimmies to get like a shit ton of like wood or food or like something? Or was that
Yeah.
AOE, or was that like AOE 2? Like I remember those codes because I played AOE 2 more than I played AOE.
AOE 2
So,
had the
AOE 2
like,
had
Big
a
Mama
shit ton of fun. Yeah, I liked AOE 2 a lot.
E equals MC squared trooper, which is the guy that like has like a
Yes.
rocket that shoots from across the map, and Starship Troopers, stuff like that. And then so I
Always
played
use
like
the Army of Monkeys code, bro. That's the one.
POW, which is literally a baby on a tricycle that like one shots everything. But I played like a lot of like Age of Empires and like strategy games when I was young. And then we got an N64 when we moved to the States, and I remember like the games. I mean, everyone in my household had a Game Boy, so I mean, we had like all three Pokemons at the time, which was like red, blue, and yellow. I had yellow. My dad had red. My sister had blue. And then we had an N64. I think the game I played on there the most is, I don't know if you guys heard of this game called Buck Bumble. You play as a bee.
That
It's got like a
vaguely familiar.
If you type in Buck Bumble theme song on YouTube and you hear that music, you will recognize it. It's like a Rastafarian thing. Like you will recognize that song once you hear it.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
You literally played as a bee and you had like a laser can. Hold up, the other cat's trying to jump on my desk. Dude, chill out. Anyways, I can like see it in his eyes. I'm like, tell him no. I played that. I had that shitty Mortal Kombat game. Sub-Zero game.
Oh,
I think everyone had that.
no.
There was a point in time that I think everyone has played that game and realized it was like, this is like a really shitty game.
Yeah, the Sub-Zero game is no bueno.
And it had Rush, which is like a racing game that you could like bump into each other and stuff, like pre-Burnout.
Yeah, I had a buddy that had Rush. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing had like a sick soundtrack. After that, I think like what? I had a PS2 for a very short time in my life, and I sold that for an Xbox because all my friends had an Xbox, and I wanted to play online with all my friends. So Halo 2 was like I think like the only game I could think of that I played a lot of. And then Xbox 360, the game I think I played the most on there was Call of Duty 4. It was my first Call of Duty game.
Man, Modern Warfare came out.
The OG one
changed the fucking game. That changed so much when it came to just FPS shooters. Like that was a massive game changer. And again, I was in college when that came out. That shit blew up. Like there would be days where all of us would get off class and I had a group of like 6 buddies, so we'd fill a lobby and we'd just run for hours just having fun. And that was back in the good old days of Xbox 360 voice chat and open lobbies, and we all know how fun those were.
Love that. It's basically the same thing with PlayStation now.
I mean, they're not near as
it's not as
no, I don't think kids today could survive what was going on in the voice
feelings are hurt. But I think like other than that, I mean, I had a PS3. I think my most played game on there was like MGS4.
Of course it was. Of course it was MGS4.
I think I like beat that game 4 or 5 times. Like
which game?
MGS4.
Oh,
because like my very first.
Is it really a game or is it just an interactive movie?
Yeah, no, it's 1000% that. It's a good movie though. It's a long movie. It's a good one.
Yeah.
and like what at PS4 and all that stuff. I mean, I think my most played game of any game that I've owned might be on PC. I'm a huge Total War fan, so I think it's maybe my Shogun 2 Total War. I think. Let me see. I honestly think out
Shogun
of all
2
my
is the most played. Damn, I would have
think
sworn it
so.
would have been Total War, Warhammer. I thought it would have been the Warhammer series of the Total War more than.
So I have 279 hours in Shogun Total War 2, and Warhammer I only have 117.
Yeah, but that's you needed
So-
them's rookie numbers, bro. Get that shit
Yeah.
up.
Video game rookie numbers, I feel.
So- It looks like Danny said in chat that her go-to N64 game is Pokemon Snap.
I
That
never
game-
had
get-
But I never played.
Fun fact: we own
never played
Pokemon
it.
Snap on the 64 we have now.
Oh, nice. But I never played like Legend of Zelda games, or I never had Mario games.
Kay like the
didn't have-
soup said they wish they had a N64. They felt they have FOMO over that.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
the internet can take care of that for you.
Or just
I'm
find a
not
local
doing-
game. Find a local game shop. That's where we got ours. There's a place called GameFX down here. That's a local game shop that sold a bunch of like old consoles that I picked up a 64 for. I picked up Pokemon Snap and that South Park FPS game that came out for the N64.
South Park FPS.
Yeah, on the N64. Yeah, that existed.
Jeez, I just not Googled because I just Googled it was like Nintendo 64 for sale is literally a website that like sells all this shit. Like an N64 with two
on Amazon.
controllers is like $180.
Oh, again, if you don't want to go to a website and use local stores, like Kay really likes local stores, GameFX here in
Oh.
Plano, Charl. If you really want one, I
Movie
got
Trading Company's got a bunch too.
I'm sure
Does-
they
does
do.
Movie
I
True?
did.
Nice.
I did play a lot of Banjo Kazooie when I was younger. Now that I think about it,
Goddamn,
I'm, like,
okay.
looking at games.
Minor
Banjo-Kazooie.
I do
segue,
remember Banjo
since you brought up Banjo Kazooie, minor segue. Those collectathon games are my crack. Like,
You love your collectible. I don't know how you guys can play. Like, I know you and
Like-
your wife play collectathon games like crazy. That blows my mind. I can't fucking stand that shit.
Banjo
I think
Kazooie,
it's like the
Donkey Kong
cheapest
64,
mechanic.
like even Super Mario Galaxy, Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario
Such a cop-out.
Odyssey, all those games, those big 3D collectathons where it's like do all this fun shit, like those games. There's just something about them, especially the old Rare games. Like again, like Banjo-Kazooie and things like that. The soundtrack, the level design, everything about those games were so fucking fun. And like Yooka-Laylee kind of grabs that because it's from all the old guys from Rare that made Yooka-Laylee. So that hit. I really like playing that, but
Is it really that great?
Not the
Is it
same.
really as
It's
good?
not the same. It's not. Like there's
Yeah,
something
I
about
remember
going back
it.
and playing because Rare Replay came out on Xbox and it had like all the
Okay.
old Rare games and you had Banjo 1 and Banjo 2. Jesus, I love I sat and played Banjo 1 and 2 for like hours.
I never got Banjo 2. I was poor, so I mean, like what I had was like a lot of
Banjo
saving
2?
up money and lots of lawn mowing stuff over the years.
Yeah.
I played that shit at like the after school shit, you know, like where you stay over in the gym or some shit because your parents have to work late.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. They had
Oh
it.
yeah, they like. I think they call
That's
it
where I
the
played
every
Banjo
place.
Kazooie, man.
Man, Banjo was good stuff. So one of my things I kind of wanted to like also touch on this is like what were some big milestones that shaped like the kind of games you like really like lean towards and things like that.
I just want to know what the worst game anyone's ever played.
Oh, we'll get there.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I definitely want to know the worst game anyone's ever played.
What is
So I said earlier, my dad's mom, my grandmother that had this Super Nintendo, had one game that changed my entire outlook on games and what I found
Deer
incredibly
Avenger
fun.
2? Is that a real
Deer
game?
Avenger
You want to play Deer Avenger 2? That's the first computer game I remember. Oh my gosh, no. I
I'm
don't even know
deleting
that
it
it
right now.
existed.
It looks like a game where you mow down humans as a deer.
That's amazing.
Sounds appropriate for you, Danny. Thank
There's also like this weird suggestive position to at the right corner of the screen. I'm actually very uncomfortable looking at it.
you. Actually uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was at
That's-
least in
no,
1999. I'm
99.
uncomfortable looking at that.
That's crazy. No, the first computer game I remember playing was a NASCAR game. That's the first computer game I remember
NASCAR.
playing. That and Star Wars Dark Forces.
Yeah, call.
But
I think mine was Doom.
that makes sense. Almost everyone's like first FPS or like Castle Wolfenstein. It's like those things like go hand in hand.
I've never played those.
I don't think they actually hold up that well now. Like people are like, oh, Government's like really like they're not that good. They were great at the time. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, old Doom does not hold up in my opinion. Like not at all.
It does.
It's fun. Like, you're like, yay, it's cool, but like, no, it just doesn't. Like all those old
I can't
FPS
shoot
games,
up.
all those old FPS games, in my opinion, really don't hold up. Especially with how accurate we have now, it's like so hard to see. Like, am I actually aiming at this thing? Am I actually hitting it? And like,
I never played an FPS on a computer as a kid.
I think
I had this one game. Now I need to look it up. It was like a game. It was like a free roaming game. It was an old one. We drove around in a car, but you could like put guns and shit on it. Now I have to look it up.
Bro, I played PC games. I think my first PC game, actual PC game, was the infamous greatest MMO of all time, RuneScape.
Escape this guy.
I don't know what to say to you.
I spent so much time in fucking RuneScape, bro.
Everyone did. Like
It
was so like among high school kids and young kids. Like I mean, I know they had a broad range of audiences, but like I remember I had a cousin that would be like, I remember going over for Thanksgiving one year, and he's like, as soon as dinner was over, he's like, "Yo, come check this out," and he started showing me all this RuneScape shit, and I'm just like, I don't play this game. I have no idea what you're showing me. He like showed me like all those different like party. He like showed me all the different party hats.
You're like, dude, this game's weak as shit. Like, what's up?
See, I never played for like the party hats. If I got one, cool, but like, I just throw it in the bank.
I know I have some old RuneScape account that somebody will pay big dollars for because I had like all the puppets like with different colors and all the hats with different colors. And then like you hear stories and like somebody's like, yeah, this is like the OG hat. I spent like $300 on this account. I was like, what? I was like, I have an account that has like a bunch of party
all
hats.
that.
And shit. Yeah, I was like, I need to see if I can recover that email or something. Somebody out there will be paying.
I tried to do that with my old character, and that shit does not exist.
Wait,
I know.
Wait, Kay, you played old school RuneScape?
Damn.
I've literally known you my whole life and never knew you did that.
Kate, we gotta play some RuneScape, bro.
Russ is like, let's go.
Let's
Play
go. I
something
just made a new
else.
character.
Play something else. Play Guild Wars 2 or something.
Oh, that's Thomas? Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. No
Come
offense
on,
to
let's
you,
go
Kay.
play some
Tom,
RuneScape, bro.
go play
Come on,
some
man. I made a new
RuneScape.
character.
Some nerds.
Thomas is down, Russell.
Yeah, I mean, let's go. Let's go chop some logs, bro.
Chop some Oh, that's good shit. But the thing that I was gonna say, like at my grandma's house, she had a game that really shaped like the kind of games I'm really into, and that was Super Mario RPG: Legend of the Seven Stars.
I've seen it. I never played it.
That fucking game got me heavily into RPGs, turn-based Japanese RPGs to be exact. Because of that game, I got introduced to Square Enix, or back at that time was called Squaresoft. It's called Squaresoft before Enix bought them out. That's when they merged. Because of that game, I got into the Final Fantasy series. Because of that, I now am an undying fan of anything Final Fantasy. Like, there's very few things Final Fantasy that I will be like, don't touch this.
So like Final Fantasy, which one is it? 13 is the best one, right?
13's not bad. Everyone gives it a bad rap. 13's not
Which
bad.
one's the one that I play as Lightning?
What's the one that's what?
That I play as Lightning. Is that 13 or 12?
That's 13.
That's 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13's
That's
fine.
the most experience of. That's the most. Oh no, I'm lying. I played the one that's after that with the car and your homebros.
15?
Oh, 15?
Yeah, that's the most I've ever played of like.
It's the first one I ever beat, bro. My first Final
I
Fantasy.
still haven't beaten that shit.
Russell's played 2 Final Fantasy. Russell has played 3 total Final Fantasy games to like damn near.
Damn.
One you can't
Played
really
more than 3.
One you can't really complete, but 2 that he's played to completion are the 2 non-traditional Final Fantasy games, and it's ridiculous to me as someone who loves Final Fantasy to sit here and watch Russ go, yeah, I've beat 7 remake and 15.
You play Kingdom Hearts? That's close.
Shut the fuck up. You know how I feel about people going, yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a Final Fantasy game. No, it's fucking
Yeah, I
not.
played
It half
all
counts.
of the Kingdom
Fucking
Hearts,
not.
bro. That has
It
to
half
count.
counts. It
So
half
that's like
counts.
7 other fucking Final Fantasy.
Nope.
It
Nope.
half counts.
Nope.
It does. There's
Nope.
characters in there.
I played 8.
There's
on
Disney.
stream.
There's Disney characters in a bunch of other games. Are those Kingdom Hearts games?
No, they're not
No,
made by Square
Disney
Enix.
games.
Kingdom Hearts is the shit. Like, don't get me wrong, Soup.
Even
Kingdom Hearts
with
is the
even
shit.
with me being a die-hard fan, I can tell you that plot is horseshit.
It is horseshit. I fucking
Dumbest
love the
plot
shit out of
ever.
some Kingdom Hearts, though. Let me tell you.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is good shit. It's good shit,
Anyway,
but it's not a Final Fantasy game.
What? What?
But that game right there influenced me
Hey,
to like
Sephiroth, bro.
really. in, both, in
Wow.
two out of the 3 of them, yes.
in all of them, the 3 one, the main series, he's in all 3.
Sephiroth wasn't in the 3rd one.
No, he wasn't in the 3rd one.
Was he not in the 3rd one?
There was like
No.
no Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, there's like no Final
in the 3rd
Fantasy
one.
characters
That was kind of disappointing for me.
Yeah,
because there's no tournament in it. That's
there's no arena, and I do miss that. Like the Hercules
There's
arena in
no
1 and 2 from
arena.
Kingdom Hearts was the good shit. That was the good shit.
And the only time Final Fantasy characters actually pop up is in Remind, and they're only in cutscenes very briefly.
Oh,
with Riku.
what?
Like very briefly, like not even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's like Ninja Girl and Sid.
Well, I played some of 8. You watched me play 8, Josh.
Yeah,
You helped me play
you fell back into 8 the way all of us do. Is you play 8, and then you discover Triple Triad exists,
Played Triple Triad.
and 8 becomes nothing more than a card game.
And
it's
the
just
only
like-
reason
that
I got
made-
hyped about Triple Triad was because I played it in 14.
Yep. That right there. Now I say that 8 is by far my favorite Final Fantasy game. I love 8 to death.
Is that the one where they play the underwater volleyball?
That's 10. That's Blitzball.
I was gonna say I don't.
Yo, I want to play that game. I
Final
don't want
Fantasy
to play
10 is
like
good.
I don't want to play the Final Fantasy part. Of
I
it.
just want to
That's
get to
what I'm looking for.
Blitzball. There's actually funny enough you say that, and I know how you are about like soccer teams and things like that. There's an entire team management. Like you manage your own team. You can recruit other players. You can like learn different skills and everything. Blitzball's in depth for being a fun little side game you could do. You even have to get one of your character's top like ultimate weapon has to come from like beating like this massive Blitzball tournament. So
How much of the actual game do I need to play just to play
a
that?
good amount.
Oh, never mind. I'm gonna see if I can
Funny
find
enough, though,
someone's
like, one of the
file
op-
online.
Funny enough, though, one of the opening things is like one of the opening like CGI movie is like Titus playing
He's
Blitzball.
playing
Yeah,
it.
he's playing
That's the only
Blitzball.
thing I've seen of that game. That's like the only experience I really have of that game. Is this is like I really want to play that game. Not everything else. It's like Quidditch, but with Final Fantasy.
I don't know. Something about like this is just for me. Like playing as the jock guy. It's just not it. It doesn't hit for me.
Leopold's like
I
super
could
happy.
see that. I could see that. There's
I want
a
to play as a fucking nobody loser and make him the fucking god.
I want to play as a jock dude. Actually,
Final Fantasy 8 then.
I mean, 8's cool. I need to finish 8.
7, you can't really say Cloud's a nobody loser because he's not.
sad, right?
I mean,
Doesn't make
He's
sense.
not.
Technically,
Technically,
I mean,
yes, but everything
we
that
go way
happens
back.
to the man,
well, yeah, but like I said,
even at the
the
start
shit
of the
that
game,
happens is like forming what they are as a character, right?
No, like even at the start, like from Train Go, from off the train, Cloud is a badass and viewed as like this.
Well, yeah,
great-
but like if you go back to like his origin,
play it.
like a poor little shit kid that
Oh,
no
yeah,
one even
no.
fucking likes,
Agreed.
and fucking can't even get into the reason he joined the military anyway. He's like, oh, I'm grunt man number 5, just like,
Yeah.
and then the whole brainwash shit, where he's like, oh, I'm a soldier now, because he's not.
See, well, I'd say the reason I say 8 too is because Squall and pretty much everyone you meet in that game were all like orphans and shit.
Damn.
So like they were
Parents.
nothing, and then they just meet at school and shit. And that's why
8.
What's
From
that
what I
Final Fantasy
played,
game where you play in a school? I like that one.
that's 8. 8's the
That's
school.
8.
No,
Yeah.
one of them is like legitimately like you play as like a class.
Oh, 0.
Oh yeah, Type 0.
Type 0.
Type Zero. That game was fun. I
Type
didn't,
0.
like,
Type
finish
0
it
is the shit.
remotely.
I do like Type 0. I like how this. I like how we've now ventured into like talking Final Fantasy. But no, Type 0 is amazing. That was a unique one to play too. Type 0 is fun. I like Type 0.
I
That's
didn't
like
play Type 0. I know my
didn't
brother
play
played
that
the shit out of it.
Yeah, Type 0 is cool. Having 13 different
I was like,
characters to basically
man.
shift through with all different fighting styles and weapons, like it's really fun. It's fun.
Anyways, it's
Yeah.
enough Final Fantasy talk.
Yeah, but
But yeah, going back, I've always just been, as a kid, the dude in green, bro. That was my boy. So I went from
Master Chef.
Link to fucking Master Chief, and it was just like,
yeah,
I never
but,
gave a fuck about Mario.
Yeah, Zelda's the best
Uh,
character.
Zelda's the best character, bro.
Yeah, why can't Zelda be a girl?
I got Math Blasters in school. I played Math Blasters. I don't even think it's called Mega Math Blasters. Isn't it just called Math Blasters?
I thought it was just Math Blasters. I don't know.
I remember playing Math Blasters. I played,
I
Math
think everyone's
Blasters.
played Math
Math
Blasters.
Blasters
That's
was
like a
good shit. Math
I don't
Blasters
even
was
consider that gaming. I consider that learning.
It was still a fun. No, that's gaming. Like for like a kid,
Gaming
like if you're
is
getting
learning,
kid, like
bro.
that's I'll consider that a game. You had to install it onto your PC. It's a game.
Damn,
It
I
came
didn't install it
in
on my
disc.
PC. In school, it was on the
Damn.
school PC, and I had to play Math Blast.
Remember Clip from Microsoft Word?
Little Clippy.
Yeah,
That was my favorite
I
game.
miss that guy.
That's my favorite pro tag.
I'm
Clippy.
trying to think of games that I played that like influenced me.
Another thing that influenced me, since you're thinking right now, kind of along the same RPG lines that got me like really into like RPGs in general and just like the fantasy world, or games like Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale and all that stuff. Like those isometric RPGs really shaped what I really wanted to like play as. Also, Baldur's Gate introduced me to fucking E3 D&D 3rd edition Dungeons and Dragons, which if you never played 3rd edition D&D, it is a little confusing because 5e has made it very new user friendly, where back in the day there's a little acronym called THACO that existed, and you wanted negative AC to be a super tank, which is weird. Like if you had like 2 AC, like you're a fucking glass cannon, like you're a sponge. So like it was real confusing, but that's what I learned like D&D on was 3rd ed through Baldur's Gate and like Icewind Dale and Neverwinter Nights and things like that. Also, all those games hold up too. Those games hold up real well.
I have no idea what the fuck you just said.
I don't know what AC either. It's like, why is there air conditioning?
Oh, armor
Yeah,
class.
Why do you
Armor
want
class.
air conditioning, bro?
Armor
There we go.
class. Sorry. My bad, boys. I let my Uber nerd slip out.
Damn.
I don't know. I played like, I don't know. I can't think of anything that like was particularly like made me. I think like what the game that I played a lot of in high school. I mean, I might have played like this Gaia 2. I don't know why I picked that game up. I think I liked the cinematic on it, like the opening cinematic. I was like, it's like an anime game. Why not?
No, why not?
Little did you know what you were getting yourself into when you started
I got
playing this guy.
I got myself into like 200 hours of a game that I was like, yeah. And then the third one came out, I was like, do you want to play the same game, but you go to high school? I was like, okay. It's like brand new characters. I was like, okay. And then it's like,
I go to high school. Let me go.
yeah, I was like, the kids go to high school. I kind of go to high school. Why not? And then the fourth one came around where it's like, do you want to play as a vampire who likes sardines? I was like, okay. I mean, this plot gets weird.
Man, this guy
What?
of 4 is fun. This guy of 4 is
Yeah.
fun.
And then
What?
5 came out. Yeah, and then 5 came out, and I was like, this one I'm super on board with. Like, I was super on board with 2 and 5. I was like, these ones have like really serious backstories. And the other one's
Yeah.
like, that's not serious. It's just, I mean, it's definitely a game series that's very self-aware, and it's very like, if you like anime, like characters use moves that are in animes. Like in 5, there's literally a bunny girl who essentially turns into like Kyuubi from Naruto. Like when he's like got his four tails and all of that, he's like shooting like the beast bombs. And he's like got no like skin or whatever. Like yeah, that's like a thing a character can do, and it's totally makes fun of the series for it. And then I don't know, shooters wise, I played a lot of COD 4.
Yeah, that's my
And
shooter
that,
experience.
and then I got
Halo,
Modern Warfare 2.
yeah, Halo 3 and COD 4. Like I was not a big shooter fan. I was not a big FPS fan up until those games. Those games were
And I
I
think
out.
actually
even
didn't
yeah,
even touch COD until Modern Warfare 3.
I haven't touched it until 4. So like,
You mean COD 4,
like
not
Modern
Modern
Warfare.
Warfare? Yeah, like OG Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I meant like OG Modern
Yeah,
Warfare.
Modern Warfare
That was my
3
first
was
one.
my first kind of dip into
It's
COD.
because you were a Halo boy.
I was drowning in Halo. It was so
So you can get
great.
that Halo.
Mm.
I played Battlefield. Battlefield's fun, and Battlefront, like OG Battlefront, played that.
Oh, the PS2 Battlefronts? Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, those are fun. It's like rolling around, realizing that droidicas are the most OP thing in any of them. It's like I
Yeah.
have a shield that can kill everything, roll around, roly poly droids. It's pretty great. And then I played Battlefield. I think my first Battlefield was Battlefield 2. I think that the like modern one.
That's
I
3.
think that's Battlefield. Is that 3? No, 2
Battlefield.
was also modern, wasn't it? Modern-ish, not the most modern.
I just know 4 and 3 were the super modern ones.
Yeah, 3 and
No,
4 were
I know 2 had one because that one was had like a demo that like was only one map, but I mean, I guess it was like the favorite map anyway.
Yeah.
I played that one a lot, and I like those games, like the ones where you're moving like in massive armies and stuff. That's why I like Squad, but I mean sometimes Squad infuriates me because of just getting into a match. And
Yeah,
waiting for
those
it to
servers,
load.
those matches could go days in squad.
And
Ooh.
yeah, like I streamed it one day on my own channel, and like I played like a match, and that took a long ass time. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just because that one's like a more realistic one because you have like your squad's radios, and then like your squad leader can radio into the other squad leaders. I was just like doing what I was told. They're like, drive us here. I was like, I've never driven a vehicle before, but everyone's trusted me to do it. Nobody wants to do it. WASD is my friend, so
Learn
man.
from
Yeah.
this.
I don't know why I like roguelikes. I guess it's because I like Diablo. I think the slight randomness of getting new weapons, and like nowadays, I'm like, especially now, I'm like on a massive roguelike kick. I'm loving all the randomness.
Literally, the last 3 games you've poured your time into have all been roguelikes.
Yeah, we're all playing Rain 2 right now. Risk of Rain 2?
Like
Man.
Risk of Rain 2 is probably like one of the first few times I've ever like played a roguelike. Actually, Risk of Rain 2 is probably it is the first time I played a roguelike on a console, like on a big thing that wasn't a mobile phone.
Is it roguelikes on mobile?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
you
didn't know.
definitely are. You can play a lot of these games, like some of these.
But like until Risk of Rain 2, I never played them. Like I only played like the phone
Roguelikes are
ones and shit.
fun. I wanted to get into Binding of Isaac, but
I was big into Binding.
I'm not saying that it's a bad game. I know it's a good game, but like I think the problem is with Binding of Isaac is I like it when my stuff tells me what it does, and sometimes Binding of Isaac is just like, here's a thing. I'm like, okay.
Here's the thing.
Binding of Isaac definitely was and it's still like it never does. Like they just pick something up, it's like, all right, it's gonna do something. Like Hades, like
It does something.
like the games we played recently. Hades gives
Yeah.
you it tells you like it's gonna go up by X. It's gonna do this. Risk of Rain, it doesn't give you the specifics, but it's going to tell you in general, hey, this is what this is going to do for you.
This thing adds bleed. You know,
Yeah.
like that's good enough for me. That's all I
Cool.
needed it to
That's
tell
all I
me.
need.
I still don't know what most of those items do, and from time to time I still
I mean,
see new items.
we're still coming. We're still coming across new items, and we've like I think between all of us, we've poured like 20 hours into Risk over the last 2 days. Like combined, we've poured like you and me specifically because Russ just picked it up, but you and me specifically have poured.
I would definitely like to go for an extended run later today. I have like
I'm
going
down.
to my folks home later today.
I think I got a text about a Zoom call I got to do with some family, but yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only gonna be back. I think like at about like 7ish. So when the wife's gonna be playing D&D then.
That sounds good. Yeah.
But I mean, we can stream to that. Why not?
I'm down. So what if you were to say kind of, I know Charl said you can't really pinpoint anything, but like if there's a game that like from your guys' childhood that like really, or just even adolescence, that really stuck with you and is like, if like almost like your desert island game. I can only bring one game with me to play for the rest of my life. What's it gonna be? What would that be?
That's like a really tough one.
And it's a game as a child.
No, or just
Yeah, it can be any game.
It could be anything. Like I said, like child or adolescent or anything like that. Like something that like coming up that you're just like like something that you would not be able. It could even be modern. Like something like you're like, I can't live without this game. This is something I can play over and over and never get bored of. I enjoy this a lot.
I would say like Pokemon Crystal. I could play Pokemon Crystal.
I would. I say I could see Charl leaning to a Pokemon game.
It'll be like maybe Pokemon. I don't know. I might get Temtem though. Maybe Temtem will be my new Pokemon addiction.
I won't play Temtem with people. He's fine.
Oh, it's like I need to go. I really need to do more research to see which is the superior version of PC.
Temtem has a weird evolution system though. Me and Russ found this out. We were playing it on PC when we got it like last year.
We got to figure out how to do the crossplay thing, bro.
I'm sure
you just join up on a region and I would find you. I mean, it's pretty easy because I see people with PC icons next to their names, running around. And
game developers make more games crossplay. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like the way to
game
go.
developers who's watching our tiny ass podcast, fucking more crossplay.
Please,
I know it's hard.
Please give me the option to only make it so that I, as a PS5 player, can only play against Xbox players. Please.
Yeah, I just want console cross console v console only.
I'm not good at video games. I need the handicap, please.
Don't let these modding ass
Or
PC players
matched by like people using a controller. You know.
Apparently, COD has
Can't
that.
Can't you just cheat that system though? Can't you just plug in a controller but still use your mouse?
Yep.
Yeah, you can just cheat that system.
But so what would you think? So Charles says a Pokemon game of sorts.
I'm gonna say that or either like Total War Warhammer 2. Because that game I can mod, or XCOM 2, like definitely one of those three. Because those games have so much modding. I mean, XCOM 2, for example, you can mod so much you can turn that into a Star Wars game.
Yeah, you did that.
Yeah, it crashed a lot of times. I need to refix that. I want to stream me playing the Star Wars playthrough, but I have crashed that game so many times that I had to uninstall it. It burned. Dang. That.
So Russ, what do you think yours would be?
I think overall, I'd probably go with the Halo series.
Which one?
So would you say you just bring the Master Chief Collection?
We're talking.
Oh, bring Master Chief Collection. Yeah,
the Master Chief Collection. Yeah, but multiplayer wise, I'd go with 5.
Damn, really?
Multiplayer wise,
I was gonna say, I know
campaign was dog shit.
Hey, did you remember Master Chief's our main character?
Did you remember? Like, fuck. Yeah, 5 was a trash.
You don't want to play COD Zombies? I forgot about COD Zombies. I don't know, maybe COD, the newest COD Zombies. That's fun.
It's fun.
I mean, if it had more than one map, sure.
Oh, shit, you're right. I don't know if I can play for the rest of my life.
You get Die Machine. That's it.
I think COD 4 has a zombie modding community, so maybe that one.
So you saying 5, Russ? Or are you gonna go with 3?
I'll
let you take advantage.
Freaking Master Chief Collection.
If you just want to do Master Chief Collection, that works.
I'll go
That's
with
a game.
5 multiplayer.
Okay. I never played 5 multiplayer. 3 was the last Halo I played. 3 was literally the last Halo I touched.
5 multiplayer was kind of hot fire.
Okay.
I played a lot of 5.
Let me fire up the Microsoft Store on my computer. What's on Game Pass?
Reactivate Master Chief Collection's on Game Pass. So.
Yeah,
but is 5 out yet on PC? I know they were like rolling those out slowly.
I don't think it's part of the Master Chief Collection.
No, Master Chief Collection is literally the first 3.
Why would I even bother then?
But 4's multiplayer is pretty good too.
Last Halo game I played was ODST.
ODST was cool, but I didn't like how it was like only firefight.
See, I didn't play those for multiplayer. I was playing mainly those for story.
I didn't have any friends, so.
How many friends? Well, that's what matchmaking's for, bro.
Oh shit!
That's what matchmaking's for, bro.
That's why they brought it.
For me, If I had a desert island game, I'd probably say I know I love Final Fantasy VIII
Like
a lot.
It's a Musou game.
No, it's actually gonna be Final Fantasy X. If I were to
Fantasy
have
10?
something, yeah. I have a
Damn,
lot of
Blitzball?
I have a lot of good memories tied to it. It's a massive game with a lot of stuff to do. I can keep you occupied for a really long time. Like,
Wait, your whole life then?
yeah, I could do it. 10's got a lot of good
You can
shit to
find
it.
all that shit.
10's
You
got
can
a lot.
find all that shit.
Yeah,
You
10's
got a lifetime.
That's okay. I mean, I like how Charles said Musou games. Don't get me wrong. Dynasty Warriors 4 was on that Extreme Legends was like in my mind because I played the absolute dog shit.
What about that
PS2
newest
game.
one that you've been playing? The Legend of Zelda one.
The Age of Calamity? It's super fun.
That one's tight.
Love that game so much. It's been super, super fun. Really have enjoyed it. And because Russell got we told Russell to play No More Heroes because No More Heroes 3 coming out. I bought No More Heroes 1 and 2 as well, and I've been dicking around on those.
Dude, No More Heroes was tight. The first one was tight, except for the stupid boatmobile motorcycle. And the free roam. I don't know why they did that, but I liked the part-time jobs and shit in that one. But then when I went to 2, I was like, oh, let's go do the same shit. And it's like, oh no, we're playing a Mario level now. I hate that so much.
Yeah, the style changes.
I'm like, bro, let me just do the part-time job. Come on, man. Because
Those
I'm
games
playing
are
on a
fun.
Pro controller and that D-pad's not that great.
Valorant. What about League of Legends, boys? League of Legends. Oh, I can't even hear Josh. This is my go
I
out.
can't hear Josh. Yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
He said that he loves League of Legends. He loves it.
All right, we'll play that later today, bro. Come on.
You can download League of Legends. I still have it installed. I haven't played that game in years. I still have it installed.
I still have it installed.
Dude, we can't hear you. I saw you. I saw your lips moving.
You said you're down, Josh? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right. You can play League of Legends today.
Let's do it.
Y'all fucking
Yeah. What role do you play, Josh? What do you think he plays? I think he plays top.
I played a lot of support.
I think he's
I don't even know if he's.
Can you not hear me?
Can't hear
Hello?
you.
What up?
Nope. Did you adjust the options in Discord?
Yeah, just the Discord option.
Just select the correct. Just make sure to change your mic over on Discord, buddy.
Yeah, so 7 o'clock League of Legends, right? That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah, fuck Risco Rain. So we're our way up
There.
from
Sorry.
what is it, Bronze
Over here.
5?
Goddamn.
Stay there. Not gonna leave. Oh, there he goes. So you're
Here.
playing League of Legends with us today.
No, I'm not playing League.
7 o'clock League of Legends, let's go.
I don't even have League.
Why
installed.
not?
What? That's like 2
Huh?
seconds. Come on, man.
What do you mean? Come on. It's not a big game. I really don't
Come
even
on,
think it's a
man.
big game.
No, League's not a big game. I know it's not a big game. I just don't feel like fucking playing League.
Come
I
on,
like
mate.
playing League. Also, you asked what I played. I played support.
Hey, I play support. I mean, I also play ADC and jungle. I just don't play top or mid.
I played support and top. That's what I played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a new audio device has been detected, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, because I plugged my snowball back in. Like, apparently my snowball came unplugged, and now it, like, won't sync back up, so I don't care. I'm good.
That's a shame.
Yeah, but...
That's why you grab these 6 Steel Series right here.
I don't know, my mic sounds good here. I just like using this.
Does it?
snowball.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, wow. What an ass. What an
It doesn't.
ass. But no, yeah, that's. I mean, no, I don't want to play League. But no League. I'm not a MOBA fan. I'm really not
Let's
a
like
MOBA
glance
fan.
over it. You want to play Valorant then?
Riot
Russ can't
Overwatch?
install it.
I can't install it, it's a virus.
It's a virus,
Yeah, for
it's
some odd
kinda-
reason it's flagged as a virus on the installer. I was like, shit.
It's ridiculous. No, I
Malware.
don't play Valorant
I'm
either.
inviting it.
I never was a big CS:GO fan. Why the fuck would I play Valorant?
Because you play with me. Dude, I'm shit at the game. I have fun with it though.
Playing Overwatch and Valorant.
It's not like CSGO though. I can't make real monies off that. Shit. Maybe
No,
I should
CS:GO
start
you can make a
playing
lot
it.
of real money off of.
I can make real monies off CSGO. Maybe I need to reinstall CSGO and try my hand at CSGO.
I mean,
There
go
you
for
go,
it.
man.
How toxic is their community? I feel like it's bad.
Yes.
Have
The
fun.
answer is yes.
Is it worse than Leagues? Leagues got a pretty bad one.
No, you want a bad fucking community that's
Dota
not
2!
I play Dota, bro.
Dota.
Dota 2. If you want to feel
Dota's
bad about
annoying.
ever playing video games, you play Dota 2.
Just play Dota. They'll remind you that you're trash and you should never play video games.
Yeah, they remind them exactly.
Like, have you ever played this game before? It's like, yeah, I'm just not good at it. I only know how to play one character in there, and that's Witch Doctor. It's the only character I know.
That sounds like a vote to kick.
Sven is the only character I know that played decently in that game.
I would
don't
have
know
people
anybody
like,
in
playing
that
Witch Doctor kick him. I was like, I just killed the whole enemy team. Why do you want to kick me?
because you're not using meta and you don't know how to
You're not-
courier and you're going back to
Meta,
base
bro.
to do shit because
He-
back to
he, like,
League
has,
of
like,
Legends, you pleb.
If I remember correctly, like he had like one move where like he threw out a skull that bounced between people and would stun them. His ultimate was like throwing down a totem that would just like shoot at people.
Yep.
And I would just use that combo. We'd just throw out the skull and drop down the totem and win. And people would be like, "You suck." I was like, "Come on, I'm doing good though, man. Chill."
Like Russ said, that sounds like a vote to kick.
Vote to kick. Get this guy up.
Get him out of here.
Literally.
Oh man. Alrighty. So to wrap up today, we'll leave it open here for the last 3 minutes or so here as we leave it open to the chat. You guys have any questions for us? Anything like that? Comments on what your favorite games were growing up, all that jazz. Feel free to chat.
Not Math.
Math Blaster's what's the shit.
Math Blaster's trash.
I understand there's new audience.
Damn.
No, that's fine. Math Blaster's
Education
the
isn't
shit.
fun.
Education is fun. Having fun isn't hard when you have a library card, Charl.
Yo, that's
Damn.
fucked up. I don't have that.
Song slaps.
I don't have that.
I feel attacked. Actually, I don't even have that.
Song's so good. But no, like once again, if you guys want to follow us, give the channel a follow here. Also, don't forget to go follow Prof Toaster, and RamenCipher over on their Twitch channels as well, and everything. Whatever. I loves that game. Math Blasters is tits.
Yeah, we
Give
should
them
all
a-
get together and play RuneScape together.
No, I'm not playing RuneScape.
I mean, I bet Thomas would play with you. I bet if you were to hit up Tom and go, Tom,
He
let's
hasn't
play OG
mentioned
RuneScape,
it.
Tom would play.
I'm
OG
now.
Go.
I'm gonna look. I'm looking at Twitch analytics right now. I feel like. Let me look. Bro.
RuneScape's probably decently up there because a lot of people still play RuneScape. OG RuneScape, nonetheless. Not a lot of people play the new one.
See from Tarkov, a bunch of people
Play the
playing.
one on Steam.
Tarkov had a new Tarkov have a new wipe, so yeah, they had a new server wipe, so they have a bunch of fresh shit going on in Tarkov.
I'm looking for RuneScape. Hold up.
I gotta see these. I gotta see this.
There's play slots on Twitch. That's wild.
Yeah, people gamble on Twitch like casinos. What do you find it?
RuneScape
I know-
currently
I
has
haven't seen it
1,000
yet.
viewers.
I know people were criticizing before. I know we're like wrapping up, but I know people were criticizing that Cyberpunk's like player base has died like 75% or something. But I also want to quickly remind people is that Cyberpunk is really not as long as The Witcher. So I'm pretty
It's-
sure a lot of the people that left have
Just
also
say
finished the game.
It's also a single player
Plus,
game.
it's a single player game.
It's a single player
Yeah.
game. People are just trying. It's again. We'll get to our games. We'll get to our games media conversation sometime.
Or
talking
like,
about-
yeah,
talking
it's
about
that.
the
That's
state of
gonna be a
games.
heated one. That one has to be like an hour and a half.
That's going to be
one.
a long one. The state of games media, and what they will spin to write a headline to. Get
RuneScape
you...
has got 1K right there. It's under Catherine. The Catherine, you know, the game where he plays the guy that cheats on his girlfriend.
No, he can't choose
puzzle?
between his two girlfriends, and so he has to
Yeah.
solve puzzles in his sleep.
Or you can bang them both.
This cat.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. right there.
Anyways, yeah, RuneScape has less than that.
Yeah, that's
It's okay.
okay.
What is the least streamed game
There's
on
there's
here?
tons of games probably have 0 views. Tons of games probably have 0 views.
Yo, Pokemon trading card games on there? TF2, 542 people. It's way more than I ever thought it would be on TF.
TF2 still has a good community, man.
Wait, is there a Slam Dunk video game? Hold up.
Oh my god. Charl has gone down the rabbit hole. While Charl continues to go down the rabbit hole, don't forget to follow us at Twitter at What Do You Mean C3. Same as Instagram is at What Do You Mean C3. YouTube is the official What Do You Mean Cast. Every video is uploaded there, all that jazz. Hopefully, I have a bot to post all that in chat every week. Come next week, if I'm not too busy, they're not too hard to set up, and I want to get that going. But yeah, please do that. Thank you guys for dropping in. Please watch intently as Charl just continues to go down the rabbit hole.
I'm paying attention. I'm just trying to see what is the least viewed game on Twitch. I'm still going. I'm here at 98 now, so
We're
I
going.
want to finish. I want to finish up the stream with that, so people know what game
people
never to
know.
ever stream, or what game to stream.
That's very
actually.
true. Very
Because
true.
it'll be the game that
I mean,
nobody.
Isn't Captain Tsubasa kind of down there too?
Oh, I didn't know it for a fact. I'd be surprised if it was double. I even got a fair amount of views when I streamed it the other day. That was what the weird part of it was. Oh, yo, yeah, there's a Slam Dunk mobile game. I'm gonna download that later. But
Nice.
hold up. Anthem has viewers still 51.
Wow, I can't believe
Hold
Anthem has viewers.
I can't believe people still play Anthem. I'm surprised the game servers even.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I said it.
I mean, gameplay, it's fun still.
Is
We'll
it?
wait till 2.0 to come out. We all still own it. So.
Where is? I don't know anymore.
There's no reason to grind anything in it, but
Battle Networks, Mega Man Battle Network 6. People played that. He's got
Damn.
31 viewers.
All right. Well, thank you guys for dropping by. We're gonna end it here.
I'll never get to the
You'll
end of
never
this
get to
list.
the end of
It's
it.
so
As
long.
Charl digs deeper. You guys have a great day. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. What? I'm at people with only 20 viewers. Let's 18.